So TikTok legs, these take a lot of practice, a lot of practice. So what I'm going to do is I'm running through all of these now, and then what we're going to do is we're going to drill them. So I'm going to get you to do them for a set period of time, and then we're going to move on, set period of time, move on, set period of time, move on, so you get a chance to actually practice the technique. You can then break this down and just go to the move that you need extra practice on, and you can just practice that. And then we'll do at the end, we'll string them together and just make a little sequence out of them so it's a little bit more fun for you. So TikTok legs, what I call them, is when you drop one leg and swing it back up. Okay, and then there's the double TikTok. There's all sorts of variations of this. Toxic does great TikTok legs. Tiffany, great leg work. There's lots of other people who do versions of this that are really excellent. And I'm sure they've probably got another name. I will double check and see if I can find out for you, so that if you want to look on Instagram, hopefully that will help you find the right thing. So let's talk about this. So you're going to start in your forearm position. I would practice this on forearms until you graduate to candlestick. You're not going to see my face much for a minute because I need to have my knees squeezed together. So first thing you're going to do is close the legs and squeeze the knees tight together and point your ankles. Take your legs a little bit away from you, all right? So what we're looking for at the end is something like this. Now, I used to think that TikTok legs looking good were all down to the amount of flexibility you had in your hip, which I have very little. But it turns out it's actually, there is a way to trick the eye the same way that we trick the eye with fake splits, by using that bumhole shift, okay? So I want you to have that in your head. It's going to take you a while to master the two techniques together, but when you do, these will look way more flashy. So, in position, you're going to run your right ankle, like the front of your ankle, down the back of your other leg into a smile, and then back up the other leg again. Down, smile, back up again. Down, smile, back up again. Now the other leg. Down, smile, back up again. Down, smile, back up again. Now to get that nice smooth shape, so to get your foot to make a nice smooth shape like this, rather than whoop whoop, you need to turn your hip in the direction that your leg is going, okay? This is the bit that's going to take a bit of time. So practice just swinging the legs and keeping the knees tight together, then add this bit afterwards. So, as I draw my leg down the inside, I'm going to turn my bum hole in the direction that my leg's going. So my leg's traveling to the left, so I'm turning my hips to the left. As I get to the bottom of the circle, I'm going to turn my hips to the right and back to centre. Left, right, centre. Left, right, centre. Left, right, centre. Right, left, centre. Right, left, centre. Right, left, centre. Okay? Now you should be finding, if you've got the correct posture in your chest and the correct positioning, your obliques will be getting hit hard from this movement, which is one of the reasons I love them so much. It's really good conditioning work. So even if you never want to do floor work for a performance or in a routine, it's just really, really good for your body and for your development, especially for things like leg engagement and pointing the toes and the ankles. All right, so I'm not sure where I might have to do this facing you. So we're going to do both legs together, and then we're going to turn that into an overhead bang. Okay, so we've got the left, we've got the right, we're going to do both out together, and we're going to do an overhead bang, and I'm going to show you how to do that without needing to be too flexible. So to start with, we're going to do both down together and up. Down, flick out, and up. Down, flick out, and up. I want you to start by turning your toes in, and we're going to drive the heel outside the circle, back in and up. Outside the circle, back in and up. Turn in, outside the circle, in and up. Now your success with that movement will depend a little bit on the strength and flexibility of your hip flexors. You may only be able to do 1 or 2 of these, so you might need to work up to it. And to do the overhead bang, unless you are uber flexible in your pancake, you will need to do this part of it in a shoulder stand. Now I'm going to try and do this with my back to you essentially, so that you can see where my feet land, because otherwise I'm going to put them through the French doors, which I'm not sure that my landlady would appreciate. So I'm going to turn this way and I'm going to come up into my shoulder stand. I'm going to turn my toes in, bang, and then I'm going to take my knees apart and go over my head. So it's going to look like this. Okay? So to start, turn your toes in and draw 2 half circles until your feet meet at the bottom, where you can bang. Glue your feet together, open your knees and extend your feet as if you were going to do a backwards roll. That's where you'll hit the floor. Okay? Let me do that again for you. Toes in, half circle, bang, knees out, extend, bang. Let's do it in real time. So you can see I'm doing the return, which literally is just a reverse. So toes in, out, to the floor, toes together, knees together, and bang at the top. Let me show you again. You're going to come up, toes together, knees out, knees together, toes out, bang at the top. All right? So if you're not comfortable in the shoulder stand, you can do the beginning part and just come out over your shoulders without banging the ground. Toes in. Okay, so it's still totally doable whether you're in a shoulder stand or a forearm stand.